Good morning, everyone. Don Cramer with the Cramer Group at Urban Nest Realty. Cheers to you this fine Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday. It is time for our weekly recap where we go over the stats in the Las Vegas housing market. My partner, Colleen Schaefer, sends her best today. Colleen was excited to be able to join in yesterday with our great interview with Nicole Brisson. If you missed that, it's in our Facebook feed, but also too we have it over on YouTube as well, premiering over there. So you can go over to our Cramer Group Real Estate page over on YouTube and check out the video. It was a great time catching up with Nicole. We appreciate her being on Coffee with Cramer and Colleen. But it's Wednesday. It's time for the weekly recap, so we want to dive into the numbers real quick. Now, the numbers we're going to talk about are the week-over-week numbers. With June now recently closed, tomorrow's episode, Thursday, we're going to cover the June numbers in detail. So today, week over week, tomorrow, June numbers. So let's get started. Now, in single-family homes in the Las Vegas Valley, we have currently this week 5,103 listings available versus last week's number of 5,192. Of the 5,103 listings, 5,016 are traditional sales, 51 short sales, and 36 foreclosures. Notice short sales and foreclosures, we've really been trending at normal numbers there. Again, due to COVID and a lot of the components in place with regards to foreclosures, forbearance, things of that nature, we have not seen a major impact or a noticeable impact on short sales or foreclosures. I think that'll continue to show itself here for a little while as the city and state continue to ease through this current situation with COVID cases going on. Now, in the under contract situation, we had just a small change there. So this week we have 4,235 homes under contract versus last week's number of 4,210 listings. Of those, traditional sales under contract were 4,078 this week, and short sales were 120 under contract, and foreclosures 37. Some of this could be due to, we're in the warmest part of the year, it looks like so far. And we just got done through the 3-day holiday weekend, so we're going to want to continue to see if the under contract numbers continue to sort of level off here, or if we'll continue to see an increase. Now, other couple of key indicators we like to track is one is back on market with 193 listings, and then price decreases over the last week for 485. Now, the big key stat for this week is the median home price sold, because that number jumped because of June to 325. We're going to talk a lot more about that tomorrow, but we did have a noticeable increase. We are now at pretty much a record high for the median home price in the state of Nevada, in the Las Vegas housing market. So, as far as our Realtor Association, we've been tracking, the 325 number is a new record. Now, moving on to what the week-over-week change numbers were, if we look at those real quick, you'll see that we had 701 listings hit the market over the last week. And then we had under contracts, both the show and no-show state, at 1,041. So again, we're still putting more homes into contract than we are onto the market. And then you'll see the back on markets. We had 190. I think I had a little typo there on the previous page, but 190 was the number. And then 485 were the price decreases. And then you can see the sold number at 791 last week. A lot of those sales due to month end, which we have a lot of houses at the end of the month typically close in some cases. So that's the week over week numbers. And then want to take a last look here on the last page. Excuse me. The sales or the listings and under contracts by price point. Now, in the under $250,000 price point, we have 515 homes available for sale, and 623 under contract. Now, the listings, the active homes for sale, did drop from last week's number of 535. Under contract just went up slightly from 621 to 623 this week. In the $250,000 to $500,000 price point segment, we have 2,923 homes available for sale, and we have 2,944 under contract. Now, the available for sale active listings did drop from last week's number of 3,003. However, what's interesting is we had a slight decrease in under contracts. So last week's number under contracts in the 250 to 500,000 segment was 2,978. Again, this week we're down to 2,944. In the 500,000 to 750 price point homes, we had, again, a little bit of a decrease in listings. So we're at 791 this week versus last week's number of 801. We also had a smidge of a drop in under contracts with 461 homes under contract this week versus 465 last week. Moving up to the mid-luxury segment of $750,000 to $1 million price point properties, we ticked up slightly to 323 active listings versus 321 last week. But we did have a decrease in under contract homes. This week we are 125 listings under contract versus 131 last week. And then lastly, in the luxury segment, we have 497 listings available in the luxury segment, those homes over $1 million, versus last week's number of 509. What was interesting there, though, is we did put more homes in the $1 million plus price point under contract this last week. Now we're up to 111 under contract versus 100 from the week prior. So those are the big key takeaway stats this week. Not a big change in inventory. We had a couple of segments that were driving upwards both in demand but also downwards in supply, kind of seeing some middling out across the various price points. However, the 325,000 median home price sale was a noticeable jump and surprised probably many people. However, we're speaking with a lot of people right now because inventory is still lower than it typically is this time of the year, and demand is still showing, especially with the low interest rates. People are right now looking forward to, especially those needing homes big enough for a family and children, especially in school, are trying to figure out, okay, what are their needs for the fall? So there may be a need for a more permanent solution to have, okay, we need so many bedrooms for the family, but we also may need more dedicated space to have teaching for the kids and maybe even from work at home for the parents as we're dealing more with COVID. So we're having a lot of those conversations right now so the kids can get zoned for the schools that they plan to, especially if they're moving, switching grades, things of that, going through the grade switch and all that stuff. So if you're thinking about getting in the home that you're looking to want to be in for you and your family, now's a great time to have that conversation because we're getting to that period of making those decisions for the family needs, especially with the school year starting up, especially when we're going to have maybe a hybrid situation of both in-home and in-class schooling. And then secondly, because of the low inventory and high demand with the interest rates, sellers are getting with us and saying, is now a good time to sell? It is shown to be a great time to sell, especially with our most recent listings. Multiple offers on the market only for a couple of weeks at maximum. We're able to get people the maximum equity out of their houses to date, and then get them into the next places they want to be. So they're trying to make those decisions right now. So that's the weekly stats this week. Tomorrow, again, we're going to deep dive into the June numbers and give you that information because it's important you have the news and information and the data to help make the right decision about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So again, on behalf of Colleen Schaefer, I'm Don Cramer with the Cramer Group. Where more now than ever, your real estate experience matters. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We'd love to chat with you. So as we like to say, dream big, sell smart, and buy right. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.